Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve one Smith chart problem. Okay, so using Smith chart, that is we calculated the different things. Okay, so using Smith chart, we calculated the standing wave ratio, reflection coefficient, then minimum line impedance, maximum line impedance. Then we designed the single step matching. Okay, so using the Smith chart, and the input impedance of the transmission line we calculated. Okay, so similar to that, so in this video we are going to design the quarter wave transformer, okay, for impedance matching using Smith chart. So already this quarter wave transformer problem we solved analytically. Okay, so if you want to learn that video, means I will give a link for that problem video in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so similar to the single step and double step, the quarter wave transformer or quarter wave line is also used to provide the impedance matching in between the source and load. Okay, so now we are going to design this quarter wave transformer using Smith chart. So the first question you see, determine the standing wave ratio SWR and the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer, and the distance of the transformer must be placed to achieve a smooth line with R0 equal to 50 ohms with load impedance is equal to 30 plus J40 ohm. Okay, this is the question. So here that is we are going to find out the three things. Okay, so one is standing wave ratio, the VSWR we have to find out. Then the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer. Okay, the characteristics impedance of quarter wave transformer we have to find out. Then the distance of the quarter wave transformer. Okay, that is where we have to place the quarter wave transformer from the load. Okay, in order to achieve the line is a smooth line. What does mean by smooth line? The smooth line means if the transmission line is terminated by the characteristics impedance, that line is called as a smooth line. So in order to achieve the smooth line, where we have to locate this quarter wave transformer, that distance we have to find out. Okay, so for the given data is the two data given. One is the characteristics impedance of the transmission line is given as 50 ohms, and the load impedance is 30 plus J40 ohm. Okay, so we are going to solve it in Smith chart. Okay, so first one, in Smith chart, what is the first procedure? The first step is to we have to locate the normalized load impedance in a Smith chart. So in order to mark the normalized load impedance, first we have to find the normalized load impedance. Okay, so what does it mean by normalized load impedance? The normalized load impedance is nothing but we have to divide the load impedance ZR by the characteristics impedance. Okay, so here what is ZR? 30 plus J40, and what is the Z0? Here it is, the Z0 is purely real, so that's why the Z0 is mentioned as a R0. So the value is 50. So 30 plus J40 divided by 50. So 30 by 50, it's a 0.6 plus J into 40 by 50, it is a 0.8. Okay, so the 0.6 plus J 0.8, it is a normalized load impedance. Okay, so the first step we calculated the normalized load impedance. Okay, what is the second step? We have to locate this normalized load impedance in a Smith chart. Okay, so the load point is located as a point A. Okay, so this point A is nothing but which is an intersection of the two circles. So what is this real part? This 0.6 is said to be the resistance circle of value 0.6. And what is this J 0.8? This is the reactance circle of value 0.8 circle. So we have to locate the point A, which is an intersection of the resistance circle of value 0.6 and the reactance circle of value 0.8. Okay, so that is the our normalized load. Okay, then the next step is to we have to draw a circle. Okay, so with O is the origin of our Smith chart, and we have to take radius as OA. O is the origin, OA as a radius, we have to draw a circle. So that circle is called as a constant S circle. Okay, constant S circle. So up to this we will see in the Smith chart. So you see here, this is our Smith chart. So in this Smith chart, this is our origin. Okay, so what is this origin means? In origin, the resistance value is 1. Okay, this is said to be the resistance value 1 and this horizontal axis, it is said to be the origin of Smith chart. Okay, so first we have to locate the point A. What is the normalized load impedance A? 0.6 plus J 0.8. So here, so first you see the resistance circle of value 0.6. So whereas, so you see this is the resistance value. Along this horizontal axis, the resistance value is started from here 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 4, and 0.5, 0.6. Okay, so you see, so it is an intersection of 0.6. So you see, this is the 0.6, the 0.6, as well as the reactance of value plus J 0.8. So the reactance value is mentioned here. Okay, so you see, this is the reactance value. This is 1, 1.2, this is 0.9, 0.8. So the intersection of this 0.6 circle and this reactance value 0.8 circle, it is said to be the A. Okay, so you just locate this A first. Okay, and next step is to this O is a origin and you take this OA as a radius. Okay, so using compass, this OA as a radius, you just draw a circle. Okay, so you see, you are drawing the circle, you know. So this circle is called as constant S circle. Okay, this is the second step. Okay, so after drawing the constant S circle, this constant S circle, it will cut our horizontal axis in 2 points. So you see, so this constant S circle, it will cut our horizontal axis in 2 points. So this point is B and this point is said to be B dash. Okay, so what is the meaning of this horizontal axis? So in this horizontal axis, if you are measuring the impedance value, means the impedance is purely resistive in nature. Okay, so along this axis only the value is resistance value, the real part is only available. Okay, so in this thing the reactance value is 0. So this constant S circle, it will cut our horizontal axis in 2 points. Okay, so in this 2 point, which one is a VSWR? So in our question, the first question is to we have to determine VSWR. So in this 2 point, which one is a VSWR? So this point. Okay, so in the circle, the right side. Okay, so the right side point, the intersection of our constant S circle and horizontal, you know, this point is said to be the VSWR. So here you just measure the VSWR value. So here the resistance value is 3. So the VSWR is equal to 3. Okay, so that is the first thing. Okay, so you see, after drawing the constant S circle, the constant S circle, it cut the right hand side of the horizontal axis at a point B. Okay, so in that point, the reading is 3. So the 3 is said to be the VSWR. So the VSWR of our given problem is 3. Okay, so the first data calculated. And the second one, we have to design the quarter wave transformer. So in order to design the quarter wave transformer, we have to find out the two things. Okay, one is the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer we have to find out, and the distance of the quarter wave transformer from the load we have to find out. Okay, so in order to find out the characteristics impedance, so you know the characteristics impedance formula for the quarter wave transformer, Z not equal to square root of ZS into ZR. Okay, so here the ZS value we have to find out using the calculation. Okay, so that is the thing we are going to do. That is in this, so you see this graph. So in this graph, there are in 2 point our input impedance it become a resistive. Okay, so that is we are going to design one smooth line. So in order to make our transmission line as a smooth line, means what is mean by smooth line? Smooth line means the characteristics impedance of that smooth line is purely resistive in nature. That is called as a smooth line. So in order to make it as a smooth line, so in this 2 point, we may get the load impedance value as a purely resistive. Okay, so which point we have to take means, so from this load. Okay, so from the load, which point is very nearer? You just check it. So this is the A point. From A point to this B is very nearer, or A to B dash is very nearer, means this A to B is very nearer. So that's why we have to select this point. Okay, so in next problem, we are going to see one more thing. So in that the B dash point is nearer. Okay, at the time we have to choose B dash. So for this, the A point, for this A point, this B is a very nearer one. Okay, so that's why So you take down in B. Okay, so in B, what is the reading you note? So in B, what is the load impedance value? It is a 3. So this load impedance is said to be the normalized characteristics impedance of our quarter wave transformer. Okay, so that's why, so you see, there are 2 point B dash on the constant S circle where the input impedance can be resistive. Okay, so we have to select which point means, so the distance from load to input impedance is calculated in wavelength to the shortest of two resistive impedance. So in our problem, which one is nearer means the RA equal to 3, that is the B point is very nearer. Okay, so that's why the normalized input impedance, the ZS divided by R naught is equal to 3. Okay, so from that we have to find out ZS. So ZS is equal to 3 into R naught. So what is the value of R naught in our problem? R naught is given as 50 ohms. Okay, so that's why 3 into 50, it is a 150 ohm. Okay, so the input impedance of our transmission line is 150 ohms. Okay, then the next one, so in our problem, there is a given that we have to design a smooth line. Okay, in order to provide the smooth line, we have to insert the quarter wave transformer in between the line and load. Okay, so for smooth line, what is the condition means? So for a perfect impedance matching, ZR is equal to this R naught. Okay, ZR is equal to characteristics impedance of the transmission line R naught. So therefore, the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer is calculated using the formula is that square root of ZS, ZR. So just now ZS we calculated. Okay, what is the thing? 150. And what is ZR? In order to provide the smooth line, ZR is equal to R naught. R naught is in our problem given as 50. So 150 into 50, so 86.6 ohms. Okay, this is the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer in order to provide the impedance matching. Okay, and the next one, we are going to find the distance between, okay, distance between the load and the quarter wave transformer we have to measure. Okay, so the distance between the load and the quarter wave transformer is nothing but, so you see this is the load. Okay, so you just extend A point is a load. This A point you just extend up to the periphery of our Smith chart. So you just consider as this point as a D. So in this D, what is the reading means? It is a 0.376 lambda. Okay, similarly, this one, okay, this is the location of the quarter wave transformer. So this OB, you just extend up to the last periphery, you take it as a C. So in the C, what is the reading? It is a 0.25 lambda. Okay, so the difference between this load and the location of quarter wave. Okay, here we are locating the quarter wave transformer. This is the load. So the distance between the load and the quarter wave transformer is, you just subtract the two reading. So 0.376 lambda minus 0.25 lambda. So we can get 0.126 lambda. So this is the distance between the quarter wave transformer and load. Okay, so you see the calculation here. Here the distance of the quarter wave transformer is, if we are subtracting the 2 point, okay, D point and C point, we can get 0.126 lambda. Okay, so this is the design of quarter wave transformer. So first step is we have to find normalized load impedance. Then we have to locate in a Smith chart as a point A. Then O as a origin and OE as a radius, we have to draw a circle that is called as a constant S circle. Then this constant S circle, it cut our horizontal axis in 2 point. Okay, in right side. Okay, so in right side, that horizontal axis, it will cut 1 point. So this point is said to be the VSWR. Okay, so always this right side point is said to be the VSWR. So the value measured in the point B is said to be the VSWR. Okay, then the next one, we have to find out the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer. So in order to find out the characteristics impedance, first we have to measure ZS. ZS is nothing but input impedance of the transmission line. Okay, so at the VSWR point, so what is the normalized input impedance measured? The ZS by R naught equal to 3. So from that you just calculate ZS. Okay, then you substitute ZS value and ZR value in our characteristics impedance formula. You may get the answer 86.8 ohms. Okay, And the next one, we have to find the distance of the quarter wave transformer from load. Okay, so the distance is calculated by this A point, you just extend up to the last one. Okay, this is the load. Okay, this is the load point, and this is our quarter wave transformer location. So the distance between these two, it is nothing but a location of quarter wave transformer. Okay, so this is the one problem. And similarly, you see the second question, similar to the first question, this is also a quarter wave transformer design, but where we have to select that that is either B or B dash, we have to select, you know. So here we are going to select B dash. Why? Means that distance is minimum. Okay, so you see the question, determine standing wave ratio, characteristics impedance of quarter wave transformer, and distance. Okay, the same thing must be placed to achieve a smooth line with R naught equal to 50 ohms. With the load impedance is 80 minus J30. Okay, so in the previous question, the load is some value plus J. Okay, here you see the load is 80 minus J30 ohms. Okay, so the first thing, you just note down the given data, and the first step is to we have to find normalized load impedance. It is nothing but we have to divide this load impedance by the characteristics impedance. So 80 minus J30 divided by 50. So the answer is 1.6 minus J.6. Okay, so this A point we have to locate this as a point A. Okay, which is the intersection of the resistance circle of radius 1.6. Okay, and the reactance value minus 0.6. So here the reactance is minus. So that's why this point A is located in a lower half of the Smith chart. Okay, so you see this Smith chart. So here the resistance value 1.5. So this is the 1.5, and the reactance is minus J 0. Something. So that's why this is the point A. Okay, so here the load is located in the lower half of the Smith chart. Okay, then what is the next step? This is the origin of the Smith chart, O, and you take this OA as a radius. Okay, you take this OA as a radius and you draw a circle. So this circle is called as a constant S circle. Okay, this is the next point. And after drawing the constant S circle, this S circle, it will cut our horizontal axis in 2 points. You see, this is 1 point, this is 1 point. This point is B, this point is B dash. Okay, so which point is said to be the that is the value SWR? So in this the constant S circle, the right hand side point. Okay, so the right side point, it is said to be the SWR value. Okay, so here you see, so in this B, okay, in B, what is the reading? If you are measuring means the answer is 1.9. So this 1.9 is a VSWR. Okay, VSWR, you just note down. Okay, so you see here, after drawing a circle, okay, constant S circle, this constant S circle, it cut the right side of the horizontal axis at a point B where the reading is 1.9. So this 1.9 is said to be the VSWR. Okay, then the next one, this in this B and B dash. Okay, so in B and B dash, in this 2 point, the input impedance of the transmission line is purely resistive. Okay, that is said to be the smooth line. So in this B dash, so where we have to place the quarter wave transformer, so that is depending upon the from the load which resistive. Okay, from the load, this either B dash is nearer or B is nearer, you just check. Okay, so from the load, you just measure in clockwise direction. Okay, so you can't see anti-clockwise. This is the load. From the load, this B dash is nearer or B is nearer. B dash is nearer. Okay, since from A to B, this is the distance. Okay, A to B dash, this is the distance. If you want to find the distance between A to B, you just rotate. Okay, so you just see here in clockwise means this is the distance. Okay, so in which two thing, which one is very nearer? The B dash is nearer. Okay, so that's why in the B dash only we have to locate the quarter wave transformer. Okay, quarter wave transformer. So that's why in order to find the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer, first we have to measure the input impedance of the line. Okay, so that's why in B dash, what is the reading, you note. Okay, so B dash. So in B dash, what is the reading? It's a 0.52. So the 0.52 is a input impedance of the our transmission line, normalized input impedance. Okay, so therefore the normalized input impedance ZS divided by R naught equal to 0.52. Okay, so where R naught is given as 50 ohms. Okay, so if you substitute R naught value, so we can get the ZS is equal to 0.52 into 50. So it is a 26 ohms. Okay, so this is the input impedance. Then after calculating input impedance, so already you know, for in order to design the smooth line, that is for a perfect impedance matching, the ZR must be R0. So which is equal to 50 ohms. Okay, so therefore the characteristics impedance of the quarter wave transformer is given by Z0 equal to square root of ZS ZR. What is ZS? ZS we calculated 26 ohm, and ZR is calculated as 50. So the answer is 36.05 ohm. Okay, so the characteristics impedance calculated. And the next one, we have to find the distance of the quarter wave transformer from the load. Okay, so you see a graph. So in the Smith chart, where is the load? This is the load. Okay, this A is a load. So you just extend this A to the last scale of the Smith chart. Okay, you just extend the A point. So if you are extending, this is the D. So in D, what is the reading? What is the wavelength reading? You just note down. Okay, and where we are locating the quarter wave transformer in B dash. Okay, so this B dash you just extend up to the C. So in C, what is the reading? You note down. It is a in C, the wavelength is 0 lambda. Okay, so the distance between this D point and this C point. Okay, so you just measure. So the answer is 0.204 lambda. Okay, so this is the distance between the quarter wave transformer from the load. So it is a 0.204 lambda. Okay, so this is the quarter wave transformer design problem. Okay, so already we solved the quarter wave transformer design using that is analytical method. Okay, so already we solved the 4 problems. If you want to learn that video, I will give link in the description box. Okay, but in this video, we designed the quarter wave transformer using Smith chart. Okay, then you know, if you want to learn the remaining Smith chart problems, I will give link in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so if you want to learn all lecture videos related to this transmission line as well as the problems in each topic, so in my channel, in the name of transmission lines and RF system, one playlist is there. In that playlist, all videos are available. I will give link for that playlist in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video with one more problem.